Hi, my name is Anastasia, and this is my studio. I started out as a little kid just loving to draw. I was always playing with charcoal pencil. It seemed to be the thing that I really wanted to, to do more than anything. And at one point, I just started to refine it, and it got tighter and tighter. And then every 8 lines, I sharpen the pencil, and this is what you get. And I really love it. One thing that I really enjoy about it is listening to the paper and the sound it makes with the charcoal. I know that sounds a little crazy, but that's just how I roll. So I was born in Ukraine, and I came here when I was 5. And I remember going to art school in Ukraine, and one of the things we were drawing was this matryoshka, which is like a doll that moves around. And I remember drawing it and realizing I ran out of paper, and I was like, oh no, it was like my first horrible problem. And I remember my mom coming over and being like, that's okay, we can just add another piece of paper. And from that moment on, I was like, oh, I can just fix anything if I'm drawing, because I could just add more paper, or I could just get a new piece of paper. And it triggered something beautiful in me where I just fell more in love with drawing, because I knew I could fix it. I knew I could resolve any issues within it. And that continued through my whole life. From like 4 on, here we are, still drawing, still loving it. And even till this day, when I draw, sometimes I don't know why I'm drawing what I'm drawing, but at the end of the drawing, I know exactly why I was doing that in my life at that time. And it's kind of crazy how sometimes it even takes 6 months after the drawing is complete to be like, oh, that's that situation. And that's the thoughts that I was having that were like challenging me to move forward. So I'm always obsessed with the piece I'm working on. It is everything I can think about. Every single one is my pure obsession. Like I don't want to eat. I want to do nothing but find the few minutes in the day to complete a piece. And then once it's done, I kind of relax about it, and I'm like, find your home. You have a place. The Owl series has been a huge impact on my life. I didn't expect it to be. I just had so much fun drawing it, and I would escape to my owls it was like my vacation. Every time I drew an owl, I would just smile the whole time because they were fun, they were sweet. Every personality was different. Every owl was different. The challenges of putting all the feathers in a way that made them look, the way to accentuate their personalities was really fun. And I didn't expect much when I showed them. In fact, they were hidden at one of my festivals, and I didn't want to show my owls because I didn't think anyone was going to respond to them. But sure enough, I had some artist friends come, and they were like, no, why are these here? Put them out. I put them out, and they instantly sold. And I realized people do like owls, and they do want to see them. So I started making them a lot. And the owl, I became known as the Owl Lady along the country doing art festivals, and it was really fun. And then kind of they weren't knocking on the door of creativity as much for me. So now they're always here. They're kind of a permanent subject that comes up, but they're not all that I draw anymore. So I always say I have my owls that are like my vacation, and then I have my heart and soul pieces, and that's the women and the subjects. And so it's really when someone connects to those pieces, when they start telling their own stories in my images, it's like they're communicating with that piece, where they see so much of themselves and they see so much of what they want in a piece. That's when it really moves me, that they like those pieces more than anything. My charcoal pieces are really special to me. And I always try to have empowerment in them. Like, it's all about celebrating the beauty and all those little moments of in between the beautiful moments of in between, the things moving up and like bringing more happiness, more knowledge, more realizations. So I connect really well with people that do connect with those pieces, I guess. I'm always thrilled. I'm always super honored and excited to have a piece go on into the world and find their home. And sometimes they'll send me photos even years later. Hey, I have your piece. It's still hanging. It's beautiful. And that means the world to me. That's when I'm filled with so much happiness and joy and gratitude for all of it. Like, someone actually likes my work, and they want it and they hang it. It's still, it never gets old. The butterflies never leave. The gratitude is never wavering. It's just, yeah, I love it. My husband and I have this running joke, or maybe it's not, it's just kind of the way things, operate here in this house, where if I start getting extremely stressed out, my husband knows I need to go draw. And he's like, just go draw and you're gonna be fine. And I can come in here and I can sharpen some pencils, and even if I have 30 minutes, it makes all the difference. So I really love drawing, and in the beginning, I was so scared of not being an artist. I was scared that if I got another job, if something happened, that I would never be an artist. But now I've realized it doesn't matter. I'm always making art, and whether I'm getting paid for it or not, it's not gonna stop the creation. It's gonna come out of me. It just bubbles out. Like, I am an artist, whether I want to be, try to be, don't try to be, stop being. Like, it doesn't change it. So I don't worry about it anymore, which is really lovely. I used to worry about it a lot. So now I just make art. I just love it. I know it's either going to directly communicate with someone or not, and that's okay. But I'm making it. I mean, I love making it. I just make it. I don't know how to say it. Like, I just do. And people are like, how did you get it? Like, where did the idea come from? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, sometimes I'll wake up in the middle of the night and it'll be like this movie going through my head, and I'm like, oh, I know what I'm drawing. And I run over and I like sketch it out, and then it stays with me, which is really amazing, because a lot of times in the past, you'd get an idea, and if you weren't able to go and like draw it immediately, it would just move on. But now I figured it out in a way where it stays with me, and we can have this long-term relationship where I'm here for whatever time I have, and this idea and that momentum just like stays with me. And then I make these pieces, and I absolutely love it. So my ideal commissions are when they're like, hey, I have, I'd love you to make a, portrait of my daughter, and then you can add whatever you want. And that's how it works. Like, I will make that person's face exactly the way it is, but I want free reign for the rest of the piece. So I had this one father who was like, I want to celebrate my daughter. She just graduated from college, and here are the things that she's traveled all over the world, and she's rescued animals, and she's got a snake tattoo, and she loves this and this and this. And I just had them write me like long letters. And then from all of that and all these photos of the person, they didn't know what I was going to do. And then I created this really large piece with all these elements to it, and luckily they loved it. But that's the type of commissions I'll do. The more restrictions I get, the less, it's not going to be as good. I like tighten up. I think you can even tell, like, no, thank you, I can't. I'm not going to be happy with it. They're not going to be happy with it. I'd rather just do what I do and let it flow, and then if they like it, they can have it. It usually starts with a conversation. Hey, I have this image, I have this person, I'd like to have something like your work. So it has to be that you like my work already, and that you're willing to experience whatever I put into that work, right? I mean, obviously you could say like no dragons or something, like, got it, okay, fine, no problem. And then from there, I would have you write and send me as many photographs as possible. Send everything, like favorite dog, like it doesn't matter, but the more the better. Like just content of that person or of that idea or whatever. And then from there, we decide on the size and the price, and then I'll give you the time frame. And it could be something simple as, a few weeks to a few months, depending on the time of year, depending on what else is going on, and the complexity of the piece. And then I get to work, and then once it's done, I send you a photograph, and you either like it, hopefully, or you come back with, can we change, can we add, and we can have that ongoing dialogue, like, do you want more, how complex? But the thing with charcoal pencil is there's no erasing. So, I can't take back anything. I can probably add a few things, but I can't necessarily take back. So, yeah, that's what happens. And then you get your piece.